Ah yes, the 2023 Games Awards show where we all saw a couple of Muppets talk about games. And one game in particular stood out for me, Exoborn, where players equip these powerful exo-rigs and explore a land being torn apart by extreme forces of nature. Guys, Sharkmob Studio hooked me up with some exclusive info about this new game which I'm going to share with you. But before we go in depth, here's the basics. Exoborn is a brand new IP running on Unreal 5 engine. The open world is set in Colton County, USA. It's an extraction shooter featuring PvP and PvE, and you're equipped with powerful exo-rigs for extreme vertical movement and special abilities, and trust me, things will get extreme. And that's because the world you explore is being torn up by tornadoes, lightning strikes, and apocalyptic storms, all of which you'll have to fight through. And I mean this literally, you will have gunfights inside tornadoes, and because of this unpredictable emergent gameplay, no two sessions will play out quite the same way. Okay, so that's the basics. Now let's go a little bit more in depth. So you've no doubt heard about The Division. Well, Sharkmob Studio was founded in 2017 by some of the core team who developed The Division, and the studio has since grown to over 400 developers. So yeah, Exoborn has some serious experience powering this game. So what's the game all about? Well, ever since the collapse, the world lies in ruins, a broken, devastated hellscape. Resources are scarce and enemies are everywhere. Now you play as survivors known as the Reborn, and you're kitted out with these things called exo-rigs. Now these are powerful exoskeletons that you can customize to enhance movement and manipulate the environment around you. And the rules are simple: scavenge, craft, and fight to survive. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Exoborn is a tactical open world extraction shooter. You know the score. Gear up, get in, grab the loot, and get out, and then craft what you've scavenged to hit even harder on your next mission. Now you'll drop into big maps torn apart by crazy weather conditions. Gameplay, tactics, movement, the very landscape around you, all will be affected by the ever-changing elements. No two games will be the same, and as you might expect, fighting inside a tornado requires unique skills. And this is where your customizable exo-rig comes into play. It's built for extreme vertical movement, and it'll help you survive the chaotic forces of nature, not to mention warring factions and other hostile players. Yes, it's you against the world, and you can choose to take it on solo or in a team of up to 3. Now, each game in Exoborn will feature PvP and PvE elements, but the game will always be PvP enabled, so the threat of other real players is always something that you'll need to consider. Now, having said that, if you prefer to approach the game with an emphasis on PvE, you can do that too. Now, there'll also be co-op missions and public events that'll provide unique opportunities for loot. But the thing that excites me the most is the promise that Exoborn will feature some of the most unique vertical gameplay in the industry, and if that's not enough, vehicles are also an option. Okay, so let's now talk about the game's gear and crafting. Now, in Exoborn, the right tech is essential for your survival, and unsurprisingly, the best gear is the toughest to acquire. Now, the loot you'll scavenge will help you to customize your exo-rig, gear, mods, and weapons. And yes, weapons are upgradable, craftable, and feature a large amount of variation. Now, Sharkmob Studio teases that the long-term progression of Exoborn will be unique and unlike any other game in this genre. But essentially, the more loot you scavenge, the more crafting and customization you'll unlock, and this will in turn feed into how you play the game. For example, you'll be able to tweak your exo-rig to cater to your playstyle, be that aggressive or more tactical. And your rigs will also synergize in interesting and unique ways with the environment. So yeah, Exoborn is available for PC and console, and if you want to join the community, I've linked Exoborn's official Discord in the description box. If you see me there, say hello. Nice one.